What's going on, bro? Ham? What's going on?
Dude, what's going on? 901, baby.
What's going on, bro? Ham? What's going on? Hey, I got like this echo.
What's going on?
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Man, it feels like a Monday to me, dog.
Kids going back to school. I'm just getting back home.
Sheesh.
Man, it's been an interesting week, to say the least. You know, that camera looking good though. Y'all see that bald head?
Yeah, you fresh on this right there.
Shit, nah, this is an old cut. That's that new fresh head right there. I want to throw that on just because it's here. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna throw it on.
Oh Lord, here we go. Yeah, man, but let's shoot it a little bit, man. How was your trip, dog? Since I ain't really rap, I mean, I rap with you while you were there, but I ain't really asked how was your trip. But I will say before you go in there, Mr. Fancy Smancy, one thing I know about the daggone Hopkins, they gonna find Don there. Oh, and they gonna look good doing it, my G. They gonna look good doing it. They gonna find Don. I love to see it. Black love, man, love in general. Salute to y'all, man. That was dope.
Yeah, Eddie Marlowe's. Hey, if you in Detroit, but apparently there's a bunch of them around, right? So it's not in this area, but guess who their sister company is? It's a steakhouse in Charlotte.
Steak 48 or Eddie B's?
Nope.
Del Frisco's?
No.
It better, and no, it ain't Sullivan's.
It's Sullivan's.
No way.
Sullivan's, and people been telling us we need to go to Sullivan's. We haven't been there yet.
You haven't? I've been there.
All right. Well, people saying it's really, really good, but I'll tell you right now, Eddie Marlowe's in Detroit, or is Bloomfield's, Michigan.
Okay.
Was definitely the right place. T's best friend told us to go there, and they got rave reviews, and I see why. Food was amazing. Cream spinach was good. My steak, I had a ribeye, 16 ounce.
It looked good.
She was good. T had a filet, but she actually did the filet medium. I told her I'm like, yo, every time you get a filet higher than medium, it butterflies it. So it's already drying it out when they got to do that.
Right.
Man, she got the medium, and she's like, I'll never get another steak or another filet. So it's already drying it out when they got to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, food was good. I mean, the potatoes, I could have went out. They had these, like, Eddie potatoes. Okay. I'd have rather had two things, cream spinach with my ribeye. She was amazing. One of the best steaks I had with our steakhouse tour, because we've been to every one of the houses. Probably from here all the way to California, San Diego. We eat steak over here.
Yeah, and that's crazy, man, because I'm glad you enjoyed that. I would have never chose Sullivan's because out of the places I've been in Charlotte of the higher end, that was my worst experience with.
Well, they said we haven't really talked to nobody really. I mean, a couple people said Sullivan's pretty good,
right?
But they're kind of like a sister company of Eddie Marlowe.
Yeah, that's interesting. So that's strange, and Santana felt the same way. So I was like, okay, man, I knew it wasn't just me. So I don't know, man. We'll have to try it again. I remember seeing what's his name? Boris Diaw, I think. Not Boris Diaw. Who was the one that he stole money from the Hornets? From France or somewhere over there.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name. Oh yeah, he's definitely he holds the damn Hornets.
Yeah, man. I was out there with the fellow. What's good, Trill? What's good with you, Trill? One. And it was
good.
We had a good experience, dog. It just the food just was okay. Wasn't anything that I was like we talked about a few places we've been, and like I said, there's another place in Charlotte I'm gonna hit up that I haven't been yet, and that's Steak 48. But all the rest of them, I've dabbled in and had. So
I hate to be that guy, Mike. Steak 48 ain't all that.
I felt like that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Well, all right, I'll give them this. Their desserts We went on a little dessert tour there. That dessert there is probably one of the best desserts I've had out
Okay.
of the high end steakhouses. That shit was good, dog.
Yeah.
We keep pounding on them steaks.
We definitely gonna touch on that.
But yeah, man.
Hey man, y'all
been
letting
Oakland, right?
y'all for coming in. We letting people come on in more, man.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit that like button when you come in. Appreciate
yeah,
it,
like,
man.
share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so
You just chopping it up. I just got back from Detroit. As you can see through the camera, your boy back looking good, bald head. You know what I'm saying? Out here looking good, boy. Like, this nigga, that's a sexy nigga right there, boy. I'm trying to tell you. Woo!
Nah, he fresh, man. We in here, dog.
Hey, I'm gonna take my 5 minutes of fame. If you ain't fasting, I know we got a lot of brothers in this chat. If you ain't fasting, and obviously Pure Life, I just finished drinking this. They ain't sponsoring, but Pure Life, if you want to sponsor, yup, right there, you got the Celsius. So
yeah,
if you ain't fasting as part of your regimen of life, you killing yourself, dog. Killing yourself. Fasting is a key to life. We all enjoy. We have our bad things that we enjoy. Get you a day or two of fasting in a quarter. I'm telling you, your body will thank you. And if you ain't intermittent with the 16 hours, dog, I'm trying to tell you, your body will thank you and it will give it back to you. And shit, I got them nuts. Them shits be, them shits be crazy. Everything. I mean, I've lost already 60-something pounds doing this.
Yeah.
My energy levels is up, man. My skin, Mike, my shit used to peel. Like, my shit is clean. Like, fasting, I'm trying to tell y'all. But that's my little nugget for the day. I ain't gonna go and bore y'all with that, but I'm telling you.
Definitely.
That's my key. That's my gem for the week.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of it, man, we both he's been on it a little more than I have. It's just something that I've just been doing, kind of not realizing. So I like what I'm doing. And I've been the same, man. I'm fitting in clothes that I ain't been able to wear, bro. It's a good feeling, man. I want to keep it up.
If you want to join our fasting group, let us know. We got a life fasting group. We, sometimes not consider. I haven't put myself on fasting. I haven't ate nothing all day.
Right.
But it's something they call it melanin fasting because, like I said, a lot of brothers, and obviously I'll take anybody, right? But a lot of us, I think, need to get on this because we die the most from these chronic illnesses, and fasting will fix all that. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
I'm telling you. But yeah, we have a group. If you want to join, please let us know. Send us a message or something like that, and we'll definitely hook you up. You can join the melanin fasting.
Facts. All right, DJ, man. Yes, definitely do that. Let's get into it, man. I'm happy this time of the year. So happy. Football, sports going on. High school football's here. My son is playing middle school football.
Yes.
It's sports going on. So I'm just
very, oh yeah, Daddy mode is over here right now. It's in full effect for us. So I'll be here earlier than normal. Definitely look out for that 9 to 10. We're gonna stick to that because kids are asleep now. Yep. My daughter, she got T-ball, she got soccer. I'm the head coach of the soccer team.
Yep.
So it's in full effect. You got your son, 2 sons.
Yeah, man.
One's in elementary. I saw him doing the soccer thing already. Looking like a Bedlam like Beckham out there.
Man, his footwork kind of crazy out there. I didn't play it, so I don't. I just gave him what I knew.
It's gonna get him right for whatever you want to do in the future. And obviously, Landon, I saw the little drills, little backpedaling he was doing. I'm like, all right, middle school coming out.
Yeah, they ready, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So let's get into this recap, man. That's what the people here for, man.
Yeah.
Talk about the NFC South. Man, this was fun preseason. I mean, for me it was. I know DJ will talk about the Bucks, and I'm sure it was for you.
Oh, it still was for me. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this football was fun. So, hey man, let's get right into the first game recap, man. First game of the week of the NFC South was the Atlanta Falcons game, man. The Atlanta Falcons pulled out a late fourth quarter drive to win this football game 27-23. We can go down later on this, man. Oh, my bad. Let me let y'all see. I thought y'all was seeing the what you call. I'm sorry. I'm over here just to talking and showing. Yeah, man. But look, 27-23.
Kendall, we're gonna get into that. I'm a little late with that, but yes, we're gonna get into Kyle Trask and
Yes.
Rashad White and all that.
Yes. We are definitely gonna get into that, man. But let's just touch on Atlanta real quick. DJ, what stood out to me was this team ran the ball like crazy, dog. Marcus Mariota was running. Whoever was in the backfield was just running. As you see, they got 29 attempts to their 24 passing attempts. That's not something you see a lot in the NFL. So that definitely stood out to me. Player that I liked his poison. I know you're going to piggyback and touch much more on it. Was, you liked him coming out a little more than I did. Desmond Ritter, man. I thought that he looked comfortable. I thought he was in command. Now we're gonna touch on some other stuff. Well, I'll go ahead and bring it up. His percentage. I know everybody want to look at numbers. He was 10 for 22. So that means he incompleted more than he completed. So that puts you less than 50%, which isn't good in today's NFL. But we got to remember, this is preseason. Look at some of the players he was playing with. We got to take all that into consideration and just kind of look at how he played. And I thought he played good, man. I was impressed.
Very popular in opinion. Not a very. I don't know if it's going to be popular around the NFL. They didn't really watch none of these pundits. Fuck them. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, I thought Desmond Ritter was one of the best looking quarterbacks in this preseason game. I went back and watched it again today because me and Mike talked about it a couple of days ago. Like, Desmond Ritter looked pretty good. I was like, yeah. Then he threw it to me. Was like, yo, but this dude threw under 50%. I didn't look at the stats. I just watched the play. Right. I'm more into looking at, because obviously this is preseason, right? We're trying to see who look good and who don't look good. And I thought overall Desmond Ritter, like you said, looked really good. And I went back and watched it again. It looked even better, Mike. I was like, holy shit. Like, he really looked better. The receivers were letting him down. Like I said, I went back and watched it, and he was dropping that shit on. I wasn't even on here really, like I said, I thought he looked good, but I got to give him his prop, bro. Like, he looked really, really, really good. And then the night and day that him and Mariota looked like, he did a lot of play action. Yep. It looked like they're going to be doing a lot of run pass options with Mariota. But Desmond Ritter, it was a completely different scheme. Yeah. Like, he was dropping back, hitting people. He was in that pocket, looked very comfortable. He ran when he needed to. Very, touch pass. It was, I was very impressed. I'm gonna continue to watch Desmond Ritter. Everybody knows how I liked him coming out, but I was more impressed with the way he was dropping back and just playing. Then for him to hit that pass at the end to win the game, that was Aaron Rodgers, like, you know what I'm saying? Just throw it up and give your wide receivers a chance. But one thing that really killed me about Atlanta Falcons, their wide receiver depth is terrible.
Oh my goodness!
It is horrible, Mike. It is horrible. But like you said, Aguilar and Allison both look really good. You're gonna see they're gonna be doing a lot of that stretch. I think it was stretch right. Yeah. They were killing that play, though. They made it very clear. This is something we practice in practice, and we're pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying? We're pretty good at it. So I saw that. I peeped that with Atlanta. I was like, okay, Atlanta. At D-line, though.
I know, man.
Except, what's his name? The boy you always get right. Ukabuki, whatever. Ebiketie. There we go. I'll wait for you to say it. So he looked okay.
Yes.
Nothing else came off that line, dog. And then on top of that, linebackers down the field had to make plays.
Yeah.
That's not good at all. And I understand. I think Grady Jarrett was in the game. 97, right? 97? Grady Jarrett?
97, right?
97. I saw 97 on the field. I didn't get a good look and see if it was great. That line looked bad, dog.
Yeah.
Looked bad. But Evans gonna make a lot of tackles. That's that new linebacker they got.
Linebacker, yeah.
He's gonna make a lot.
Yeah, he gonna have to.
It reminds me of Barrett Rule back in the day, how he used to make tackles down the field. He was getting like 100-something odd tackles with the Bucs. They're like, oh, Barrett Rule's so good. No, motherfucker, that motherfucker just catching people by the shoelace down the field, man. Get out of here. That's old school Bucs. If you were before Tom Brady, you would know what the hell I'm talking about.
Right. Well, yeah, I love that, man. They almost technically 5.8 yards a carry, man. So, and that's what they're going to do. Looking at Atlanta is what they're going to bring, trying to bring from Tennessee. They're going to bring that running game, that rushing attack, ball control, minimize mistakes, football, and play very good defense. The problem is they haven't built a defense yet that can be that, and it's going to take them some time. And Dan Pease is very adamant on getting that defense like that. So we're going to see how long it's going to take, and if they're going to be patient enough with him. So we'll see.
Very much. Yeah. I mean, I would think they would, because I mean he's coached in some very good places and has a good name behind him, but his scheme is now old because he's not young. You know what I'm saying? So is he still up with what the game is today? Which, I mean, when they did do that pressure style defense, it was not too bad. But when it came to one-on-ones, nobody was winning, dog. Like, outside of Ebike, I see him come around the edge a couple times, but there was nothing coming through that line. 95, I think, broke through one time. I don't know his name. I saw him, but so I wrote down his number. Like he had a nice little rep, but yeah, that line's not promised. Tyree was good, my man.
It's good, Tyree.
But yeah,
which game I'm gonna check out? I haven't decided yet, man. Them damn Bank of America tickets, they pricey.
Exactly for what? For what? God damn! Through 5-11, 5-5 win team.
That's what I'm
losing. They haven't had a winning season for what years? 3 years.
It's crazy.
And y'all still trying to charge people about to ask me?
I'm gonna go through. I'll let you know, Tyree. I'll definitely hit you up, either Facebook or somewhere. I'll definitely let you know, my G. Yeah, man. Anything else you want to say about Atlanta? DJ.
That boy Cole was worth every dollar they paid him. That kicker.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I love him. He got swag too.
Woo.
I like him.
Every dollar. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man. He like that.
That's really it, man. I mean, I got that's really all I got. Like I said, it's obviously going to be a progression with this team, but like I said, that defense, especially with the pressure. I mean, Dan P's definitely going to have to earn his money.
Yeah,
with that pressure.
I mean,
they got to bring it.
And I'm gonna say this: third down conversion, they were 30%, and I'm saying that because this is a heavy run team, and if they happen to go against defensive teams that know how to stop the run and they get behind the 8 ball, I can see some struggles here. And so that's something that's one preseason game. I get it. It's something that, to kind of pay attention to and watch, because I just think the style of their football is they don't want to get behind the chains at all.
Right.
Nobody does, but they definitely don't. All right, my brother, let's move on, man. You good with that?
I'm good.
Let's go to the Carolina Panthers, man. That was the next game. Went to Washington on the road. Got a victory, 23-21. Shout out to special teams. Shout out to the special teams. Special teams was balling this game, man. I mean, I went back and watched this one again. I'm punting. My man Heckler seemed like he worked every dollar. Zach Gonzalez, I mean, free throws for him. If it's within his range, it's money. Now, he might not have the strongest leg, but if it's within his range, it's money. He gonna knock down them free throws. And I thought the kickoff coverage, I mean, I really liked our special teams, man. So that, I know it's not sexy, but it is an important phase of the game of football, man. And we look strong out there. So that was impressive. That was impressive. DJ, you want to continue to lead on, or how you want to go?
I'll lead it to where you want to go. Where you want to go. I'll start off with the defense. Look.
Yeah, man. I'm about to.
So, the defense, in my opinion, Mike might get on me a little bit, but I think pressure-wise wasn't the best, but the fundamentals of that defense, I thought they were very sound. Like they didn't let a lot of things through. It might have not been like a straight, like how we just talked about, like a pressure style defense, but they weren't letting a lot up because they were in damn near every gap. They were there. You know what I'm saying? So that's still a very, very strong defense. You know what I'm saying? That was just the way, and that was from the beginning almost to the end. It was like almost every, because I was talking to Mike when we were talking when I first originally watched the game, and I was like, I ain't getting a lot of pressure.
Right.
But I ain't getting up a lot of yards either. You know what I'm saying? Either one, it was like, what's going on? I mean, obviously, you don't want people to sit back there, right? I gave Wentz a little bit of a headache, but when came on, I don't think there was a lot, and they broke through eventually because I think the backside was so damn good at times. It was like it gave the front time. It was like the opposite of what you want it to be. And I was just like, okay. But obviously you want to still get pressure up front. So I said all that because I didn't want to just make it sound like y'all were obviously nowhere close to at. It was just the fact that you definitely want to get more pressure up front. But the like you said, like you always tell me, your back end held up very strong for the time that was allotted. And I'll let you go off of kind of what that, because like I said, I didn't get a lot of numbers with people, but it was pretty impressive with that, in my opinion.
Man, look. I'm gonna go in on this a little bit. You said a lot, and I'm glad you went because you said certain. Because I'm so excited that I may not have been able to articulate it as great as you did. So I'm glad you were able to do that, DJ. We had 8 plays with our first team unit with no Shaq Thompson, J.C. Horn, or Derek Brown on our defense. And we got 8 plays, gave up a total of 17 yards, and forced a turnover. Man, when I tell you this defense was, and that was just the first team. Then we had another unit, and that's the thing that I loved about it. It was the discipline. Like we were going. I mean, the tackles. I didn't see a lot of missed tackles. They were form tackling. Like whenever they did catch a ball, they wasn't getting the yak. I mean, we were right. I'm shooting the gaps. I mean, I seen our defensive line do what they were supposed to do to allow Frankie Louvu, my guy. I've been mentioning Frankie, the first player of the game, came, shot in, and pow. Right, man. I'm excited about this defense, and I've been saying this defense is special, and it should be. You got to remember, we took 7 straight picks of defensive players. We drafted a ton of defensive players, and they should grow within Phil Snow's system and develop. This is that time. This is year 3 for a lot of them. This should be what's happening,
right?
But the secondary, dog, it was one guy who's no longer here. I can't remember his name, Chris Worthley, something like that. He was like 39 something. I can't remember. He's no longer here. Our secondary, man, them dogs,
right,
across the board. I don't mean the first 3. I don't mean the first 5. I don't mean the first 7. I mean they all can play. And they're competitive. Steve Wilkes has done a phenomenal job already with this unit and how technical sound that they're playing and discipline. I mean, that's why I was excited about this, DJ, is because the coaching, not the talent. We all knew that we had the talent. We brought in certain coaches now that have this experience. And I want to give a shout out to a few guys, man. Brandon Smith, I saw you on special teams flying around making hits. I saw you in the game flying around making hits. Once you get it together and figure out the lingo and how things are played, I'm excited about your progression. Oh, man, you are free. Amari Barno, shout out to Blackwood. Number 90, our pass rusher that came in and hit Heineke, who forced the interception for him to throw it long. He was getting pressure. I saw he was a slider dude. So for him to be able to set the edge on a run play, I was very excited about seeing that. And he was the one that recovered the fumble to help us score our first touchdown. I mean, he had an amazing, my opinion, preseason debut. So that's encouraging, man, especially in a position that you're looking at who's going to replace a guy like Hassan Riddick. It's going to have to be by committee.
Right.
It's definitely going to have to be by committee. So it was good to see that because we didn't have our normal preseason star in Marquise Haynes out there. He didn't play. So, I don't know. It was a guy, man. It was quite a few guys. And I'm sorry I ain't talking about everybody's name, man. I'll be going on because I liked a lot of what I saw.
And I understand why. Like I said, fundamentally sound, right? It wasn't. It was nothing really flashing, but it was very impressive to watch. As like a blanket. You know what I'm saying? It was like a well. And I guess that's how I look at my team. We're gonna get to that eventually. It wasn't a lot of flash from players, but it was just the soundness of it, right? It wasn't, like I said, there was nobody really, in my opinion, that was really popping. But it was just everything was shut down. Which I would rather that than splash plays sometimes.
Me too.
But one thing of a negative, it is whoever your D-line coach got to do better. Even if that is backups that were in there, they got to do a little better with winning those one-on-ones. Because, I know you're talking about that boy Roy and a couple other people. It didn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't overly impressive. Like I say, you lost Hassan Riddick. I know you got Brian Burns, who is your best pass rusher now. He still has to play, but he needs help, right? I mean, Derek Brown, you want him to take that next step. When I ain't get to see a lot of him, so
he didn't play.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when I get to see him, and him and Brian Burns, you want to see that actually come up. But as for the depth behind it, like I said, my opinion that needs some work.
I agree, and we know that, and that's been the biggest talk that we are, and we brought in people. I don't know maybe it's just a dollar amount. And we're like, nah, we ain't gonna pay it. But then I don't know. We'll see. But we do need help there. I agree completely. If there's an area on that defense and we need to improve, it's there. But I think they're really banking on this secondary being what I believe and been saying it's going to be. Because it's like that. Anyway, let me go on to the offense so we can move on from this, man. Start off Baker Mayfield, man. One thing I like about this, I'm not even going to start off with Baker. I'm going to start off with Ben McAdoo. Thank you.
It's definitely a sound scheme.
Thank you. To be able to move the ball, I'm grateful. When we go 60+% on third down conversions, I'm grateful. You got to understand what we've experienced the last couple of years. It's been atrocious. So to be able to put drives together, 14-play drive, 13-play drive, 10-play drive, drive together throughout this entire game. Thank you. Do we got to get better and more efficient in the red zone? Absolutely. We want to make sure we get all those opportunities as touchdowns, but you getting points on the board. That helps. Something that we didn't have a lot of last year. And I'm not saying we put up 45, but we were able to move the ball. DJ, man, we went down through the first half, 3/4 of the game. It was 20-6.
Right.
We were moving the ball and getting where we kind of really wanted to do. They had a few, stops in the snap. PJ, anyway, down that last drive in the first half, that's like that. He wanted to get cut. He wanted to be on the practice squad. But we were able to move the ball. So thank you, McAdoo, for that. Baker got command, man. It seemed like this is his job. Everybody wants to rock with him. I love the fact that he was able to even stretch the field. He did. The thing about him is when there's pressure, I don't see panic. I don't see feet.
I agree with that. I'll definitely agree with that.
I see he will stand in there and he'll still try to make the throw. And sometimes it might lead to a pick or a bad play. But give me that. Give me somebody that's going to be willing to have the cojones to stand there and throw the damn ball and take the lick.
Took that from me. You 100% right, though. Like I said, I'll take that all day. And somebody's going to compete and go out there, and even if they do a pick, go back out there, and then, like you said, that next play, touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to fix this. You know what I'm saying? Not a player that's just going to, go in a shell.
Yeah, man.
And be like, I don't want to make another mistake, so I'm going to just continue to throw incompletions and 3 and outs and hope the defense can somehow get this back. Right. So I 110% agree with that.
Yeah. So
I still want to see how good he is. We don't know yet. I know DJ Moore was not there. I know Robbie was not there. Shi Smith.
Yeah, let's get on Shi, man.
That's an explosive kid.
Yeah,
the kid is explosive. Yeah, everything you got hyped about, I saw why. Obviously, Rashad Higgins, those are your top 4. I mean, DJ Moore, Robbie, Shi Smith, and Rashad Higgins. They look night and day from your rest of your wide receiving core. I mean, I got my things about Robbie, but you can tell, especially when this system Shy Smith could do some damage.
Yeah, man.
He could do some damage. I know you were talking about him possibly getting cut. We didn't get to see him yet in the system, but now we're starting. I got to see him. I'm like, I don't know about that, Mike. I think he might be one of the more explosive players outside of your top three. Because we didn't see Terrence Marshall either. So, that might be, I feel better about Terrence Marshall. Obviously, DJ already solidified himself in the NFL. And I think Shy for that first game. I want to see more, obviously. Only had, 2 catches for like 34 yards?
Right.
Those 2 catches for 34 yards, like, damn.
Okay. All right, so this is the thing. It's about competition, dog. And so you start to put certain guys ahead of certain guys and say, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to just lay down and take it? Or are you going to fight? And that's what I believe this whole team is about. It's about fighting. And we're going to touch on that later, too, what's going on. But it's a certain type of fight and earning that sense of entitlement that just being scrapped. And so that's why there were certain games, I believe, being played with him. Because we know what he can do. I think there were certain games being played with him like, look, man, you are not expendable. I don't care how good and talented you are. You got to come out here and bring it and to help elevate his play. And I think I know we're seeing that. Robbie is part of it. I know how you feel about it. But that you just named 5 guys, man. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrence Marshall, Shy Smith, and Rashad Higgins, who was catching damn near everything that's thrown to him, dog. Like this is tough. These are weapons we have now that you can say legitimate 5 weapons on the outside. And Robbie's a weapon because he can stretch the field. I can't say Carolina's had that many weapons like this, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how y'all deploy them, right? That's my top 5. Like I said, it's only from preseason game. I'm going to be watching more. Obviously, I understand y'all got, what's his name? Kirkwood, which I know you were kind of talking about Ziltra, whatever his name is. And those are the other 2 that I know you were kind of throwing out there, like watch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still waiting to see. They didn't look bad, but I want to see more explosion and more of that. You know what I'm saying? But they are definitely sure-handed. I saw that.
Yeah, but those are guys that, in my opinion, one of them may make the roster because we got Andre Roberts, that's our special teams guy, that's going to take a 6 receiver spot.
Right. Okay.
So that's if they even have a chance to make this roster. There's a guy I like, man. It's a young guy that I saw out there. He's been catching everything, been thrown to him too. Shout out to CJ Saunders. I know he's hurt, so unfortunately, hey, it is what it is. You chopped. It's unfortunate.
Is he young, like a rookie, or what is he?
2nd year guy, undrafted.
You can make him a.
He will be. He will be. Yeah, he will be. Yeah, we want to keep him around. But Derek Wright, man. Derek Wright made a couple of big plays, especially for PJ Walker on that scoring drive where he caught that seam route. And PJ led him a little bit. He would have scored a touchdown, but he had to reach back and catch it. He's been showing out, man. He's had a very, very good camp. So it was good to see him translate that to the game. I want to see how he does with, tougher competition out there. But, I mean, this is just a back end guy. We ain't got to spend much time with it.
Right.
But, yeah, man. So, offensive line, I mean, we talk on it.
A work in progress.
Yes.
That's something, I ain't trying to kill it yet. First preseason game. We're going to get to another team that I ain't trying to kill them either, but I'm going to make mention to it as well. And ours wasn't perfect either. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and act like that was either. But
we're going to mention that too.
Oh, yeah. I know. Like I said, offensive line is very clear. It's at least a lot of help. To be honest, I think Atlanta might have had the best offensive line in the preseason game.
They did.
Which is
I agree.
But yeah, like you said, Icky. I know you look good in college, man. You need to grow up a little bit. There was a lot of little spurts in that line, but I think probably hurt your quarterbacks to a degree. So I mean,
yes,
that's a work in progress. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna go too much into that.
Yeah, they got to find the right
combination.
And they better find it quick because we don't have but 2 more of these and then it's regular season. So I hope you found it now. I think what they're gonna go with is Icky at left. Well, they're going with that. Icky at left tackle, Brady Christensen at left guard. We got Corbett at right guard, Taylor Moton at center, and Pat Affline, at the center position. I think I
Right.
said Moton at center, but he's at right tackle.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think that is going to give us our best from what I saw. But I don't know, man. Brady Christensen did I don't know, Icky. He got to play. I guess he got to play. He'll be all right. He'll get there. All right, man. I don't want to keep talking about this, man. I had a great time. We're gonna talk about future. Great win. Like I said, 20-6 is what I look at. Really, the first few drives. But I love the back end, though, DJ. That's what I'm saying. That back up, even the defense.
Right.
We got the depth. So that's why I'm okay, even with injuries coming in and out, because we got the depth, except on that interior or the D line. So.
Very fair. Very fair. Very fair.
Go to the next game, man. Next game. Tampa Bay. Miami Dolphins went to Raymond James Stadium. Go ahead and take this away, brother, man.
Well, the first thing that obviously pointed out, and I pointed that out to you early, we're going to go straight for defense because that's what we started at last time.
Right.
Who the hell was out there that was basically a starter? Like, you know what I'm saying? They felt like a start off with Cam Gill, Anthony Nelson. I think like Rochez wasn't even out there. I saw him; he wasn't out. Like it's just they started out with a lot of backup pieces, and I think overall the backup played okay. Like I said, there's nothing really that jumped out crazy. I think Cam Gill had a good game. I think Anthony Nelson took a good step forward. I gotta continue to see it because there's only a preseason game, and we already got 3 years of tape on Anthony Nelson at this point, but he looked good. I think really outside of that, like I said, these are a bunch of campy. There was not a lot of places I could really go with this, Mike, with defense. And I think overall they did okay. They let up some things, but when they got in that red zone defense, I don't know how they're coaching red zone defense because these mugs are pretty good in the red zone, even for that to be backups. But overall, like I said, I don't think it was terrible.
They got that bend on break.
It's definitely been no break defense. That is very clear. But like I said, I don't think I got a really good picture of the defense. I don't think there's a lot of players that are going to be even in a rotation or anything. With that, Logan Hall, he was playing. He didn't flash as much as I would want to, but once again, that's D lineman rookie. We're going to see. But yes, he did not show out for me. Which I gotta go back and still, I think, just hone in on him. But there was nothing about it. I didn't see much penetration, which he was really good in college, which kind of shocked me. Didn't see a lot of that early. His head must be spinning right now. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, it was kind of sound. Like I kind of talked about yours. Outside of those 2 turnovers, which we're going to get in with the offense, I felt they played okay. Not great. Not like I talked about the Panthers, but they weren't bad for it to be backups. Do you want to go off of this defense, something maybe you saw?
Yeah, I did, man. I hate that Cam Gill is dealing with that foot injury, dog. That sucks for him. That's a tough injury, man. And he was balling, if you ask me. I enjoyed watching him play.
Mm-hmm.
He is. I finally got to see certain things that you saw were flashing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, all right, this dude right here is gonna get them some good depth because they need that. Because yeah, man, he is going to. Woo, and you don't have to be the guy. And this, what are you doing? Oh yeah, he gonna be all right. I like him.
And he can take that foot and really rest it because we got Carl Nassib back.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, I know.
Carl Nassib, I don't know how he gonna be, but I know he played well with y'all.
The scheme when it first came out, yeah.
Yep. So it's good to have that. You get that. They crazy. Yeah. Zion McCullough. Why you first game, rookie, I get it. We had the same growing pains, but
Yep. Go ahead.
that right there, and Ross Cockwell got cut. And I didn't, I saw him out there too. So I understand. He seemed like he's slow. He just ain't got the foot speed to do what Todd Bowles and his team wants to go moving forward.
Yep.
But this young man, it's only one game. I hope he can put it in his past.
See,
and look forward.
All right, so Zion McCollum, I'm just going to touch that for a second. He was a man-to-man pressure, like he was a up close like cornerback. He's now being asked to play off and use his eyes, which I thought was pretty interesting because that's not what he really did from Sam Houston. Mm-hmm. And you can see that, and even Todd Bowles even said it in his press conference, like he got to get better with his eyes because he gets caught, and that's what happened, especially on that touchdown where he was nowhere to be found on that touchdown. Like he got to get better with his eyes, but he can play. He rebounded a little bit, but yeah, he got some growth to do. He got some learning to do. Because I was talking him up. I knew you were gonna kind of go there. And
hell yeah, because you ain't go there.
Yeah, he got some growing pains. Nah, I ain't gonna let it. That's why I said I wanted you to go off it because, like I said, I think the defense overall was pretty like sound, but they weren't great in no way, shape, or form. Not like our sound, but it was definitely okay. For it to be nothing but backups. I mean, we're talking about, especially in the secondary, what? Maybe the third, fourth, fifth corner. Then also, you saw Chris Cooper out there who I was talking about, he was flying around. Yeah. But these are players that's on like the third team, like some of these players. Because we didn't see no Logan Hall, we didn't see no Mike Edwards, we didn't see no Winfield. Like I ain't make excuses because everybody had it.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, this is like further. I didn't expect them to go so far down the depth chart to hit some of these places with these players. I think they went deeper than just about every team in the South with what they played.
Well, that's what happens usually when you have a joint practice. So you had the joint practice the week first. Because you're going to see that happen with us this week. We're not going to play, and we're going to talk on that. And I guarantee you the Saints going to be very similar because they're getting all that work during the week. So this was the time to play these guys to see, okay, who can and who can't. All right, let's narrow it down. This is a great film and game because we got good tape on to practice with our starters and those other guys. So now let's see in game type situations who can stand out and who can't, and who can help this team and who cannot.
Right.
And I thought it was good. I thought it was good for y'all to do this. So I got to see some guys that I really, need to check out and see. Some, like I said, I thought Logan, I was going to say that too. I don't want to just be the Debbie Downer, but I thought Logan didn't his first game in his trenches. So that's what I'm giving him the pass on.
Right. One of the hardest positions to translate over.
Yeah. Anthony Nelson played, and he should, if you ask me, as a fifth-year senior now. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And I think now when I was talking through that, I was like, Anthony Nelson should have done what he did.
Yes.
Because, for where they were at from where they were probably at with their depth as well. Mm-hmm. He should have did that. So he did look good. One player that I didn't know nothing about before this game was Mike Green in the interior, who I thought was pretty impressive too.
Yeah.
Number 71 or something like that. I thought he looked pretty good. Like I'm watching him going forward. I didn't want to really throw him in there yet, but I'm watching him going forward because he's a back end roster person on that D line that I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
He flashed a little bit. But yeah, that's really, I ain't got a lot on the defense. Like I said, a lot of these players I don't even think are going to be here. But I think overall, I think they were pretty well coached. For what talent was out there.
I want your assessment on KJ Britt. And I gotta go back and watch him.
I do too. I gotta zero in on him because they've been talking him up. He was not. I never saw him chase a play, and he fielded well. Right, that's two things I can say he did.
Okay,
but they said he took a step that I'm still looking for that step, Mike. So
okay,
I'm gonna look. Like I said, it was hard to really zone in on one person because there was so many pieces out there that you really didn't get to see. And that's why Cam Gill stuck out, Anthony Nelson stuck out, because there was other people out here like, are these people? You know what I'm saying? And that's where I was at with it. And like I said, I'll be getting lost. Like, where the fuck is Logan Hall? You know what I'm saying? I knew he was out there. I saw him out there. I'm like, he ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go too far into going. I'm gonna watch one more time because it's only like 30 minutes like a so I will watch one more time. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing to praise, but there's nothing to really get overly down on. Maybe like you said, Zion a little bit, and Logan not doing much. So we'll see.
Yeah. So let's get to the offense, man.
Man, this is where I want to get excited. Bro. Tell you,
man, I'm gonna tell you something. I love Jalen Darden coming out. I really liked. I ain't gonna say I loved him, but he was one of my top guys. I like Tyler Johnson coming out too.
You talked him up, yep.
Yeah,
I think I was more Tyler than you were, but that Darden, you hit me. I had to watch a film on Darden. Yeah. God damn, that boy had a hell of a camp.
Look, and that ain't even it. It's this kid. What's his name? Thornton or something like that. 83.
Oh, Tompkins.
Bruh,
I told you, we got so many fucking wide names.
Number 9,
Sheriff Stearns.
Third, yes, man.
Sheriff Stearns. I'm telling you, Geiger was out there. I mean, you love Robert. I told you that.
Yeah,
that man was getting open, bro. Like, I'm like, this is nice. Like, what? All wide receiving, like, this guy be the best in the NFL. I might jump out my window. That receiver room is not fair, dog.
It ain't close. There's not another team.
Back end, I couldn't believe what I was watching.
The only good thing about it is you can only put 11 players on the field.
The wide receiver depth is crazy, dog.
But they're gonna have they shield. I wouldn't be surprised y'all keep 10 of them up now. It's gonna be at least 8.
I don't know how they're gonna put him on the practice squad because they're gonna try to probably get like Geiger on there. Tompkins, I think Jared Stearns is making a case to make this team. I know it's still early, his first preseason game. I love Tompkins, but I think that he didn't get the opportunity to show because those other two were like out there. Then Tyler Johnson was a man amongst boys out there.
Yeah,
I mean, he's like the 5th receiver, and I told you Scotty Miller is done.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
I told you Scotty Miller is done with these wide receivers out here, dog. I will be very shocked if Scotty Miller makes this goddamn roster.
No, he better go to New England.
Something. And he's not a bad player.
No, he got to go though.
But he's not gifted like these other players we got out here. It's the talent is bananas, bro.
Bro, you got 3. Shoot, I feel bad for Russell Gage. I know where he's been positioned, but availability is important. And these young fellas out here putting in some work.
I mean, Rashad Perriman didn't get to play. I know Cyril Gayson's out there, but he can't compete with some of this stuff I saw. But he has comfortability with Tom. It's going to be some decisions here, but it's like, God damn, this wide receiver room is bananas.
It's not another team in the league. I know the Saints want to feel like it. I'm telling you. Julio, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, you can throw Gage up there, and you can throw all the rest of the guys that we just mentioned. I'm telling you, I can see 7 or 8 pushing 8 making this daggone football team, man. That's hard, though, but that's a lot of numbers. But it's whew.
I mean, Vincent Smith, I mean, we didn't get to see a lot of him, but, I mean, he's been having a hell of a camp, but like I said, it's so many. We got like 12 receivers, I think. Like you said, 9 can possibly make the team. Like there is that competitive. I wasn't really. I was hearing the noise about the wide receivers, but I was like, I gotta, you know what I'm saying. But after I saw it, I was like, God damn, this is crazy.
That's the most dynamic position on your football team of all positions.
It's gonna help everything because these ones get open quick.
Man, I'm telling you. Because think about all the attention Julio, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin is going to get.
Yep.
All right. So now that's most teams, what? 4th corner, maybe a safety or something like that. I mean, whoever knows. And these little jokers going to be working the heck out of it. Yep. Now that's why you got to have a lot of depth at that corner position in nowadays football, especially in the South. Because if you think you can just match up with 2 against this football team,
crazy, dog. So that was probably the biggest highlight of this offense, right? Man. Blaine Gabbert, is definitely number 2 on this team.
Facts.
You can just see the poise, the pocket presence. You know, he knows he needs to drop it off. I know he was making some changes at the line. You know, obviously he's a vet. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? And Kyle Trask, I went back and watched it because Mike knows I destroyed Kyle Trask, right? Because that's, you know, might be a little biased, whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't want Kyle Trask to be trash. Like, we picked the 2nd round pick on this kid. Like, I want him to be good. But I think he still has very slow, you know, I think he processes things very slow. I think that obviously his footwork got better from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. Might have been a little antsiness, you know, or I don't really know. Might have been a little nervousness coming into the game. As the game got longer, Kyle Trask started to look better. I said it was mainly because I think the talent on Miami got worse. But also, I mean, we just talked about the wide receivers, and I mean, they were just getting open. I mean, these players, I mean, they were making like 4 to 5 yard gaps on some of these routes that they were running. It was just crazy to watch. But his progression still scares the shit out of me. I don't think he has very good pocket presence with Kyle Trask. He's saying Trask. I think he needs to work on that, right? And I gotta highlight this kid because I'm not still sure about him, right? I got to see more. He's going to have more of this preseason, and I'll make my final determination probably after the 3rd. But I'm still in the book right now that we need to draft another quarterback in the 1st round of next year with this quarterback class. So after that, the quarterbacks, you know, that's basically what I saw with that. Mike can go on that after that when he gets back. Running backs, Rashad White, I think his ability catching out the backfield, and he's just a very patient runner, and I like what I saw out of him. Keyshawn Vaughn is not a bad runner, but he's not Rashad White or Gio or what they can do. I know Gio got hurt, so that's going to help Keyshawn Vaughn, but I think our weapons are crazy. You know, and then obviously I now circle it back around to the offensive line. I think Robert Hensley played well. That's the number 1 player that we have to watch from a Buccaneers standpoint. I think he did well, but the guards, I got to figure it out, man. Nothing. They didn't look too good. I'm just going to say that right now. They weren't. Nobody was really just straight strong. Which Shaq Mason, in my opinion, gets a pass because I still think he's going to be pretty good. I understand it's a different system, so it's something to watch. But the other side, Gordecki and Stinney, needs some growth there. Stinney, I think, had good reps, but he also kind of whiffed. He reminded me of Kappa.
Man,
he did.
Hell no, he was.
He reminded me of like he was like he would have okay reps and then he would just miss. Like he would just get blown up. And it's like, what happened to those other ones you just did? It was like, what's up with that? But I think Gordecki, the rookie, his head spinning. I think another one that has head spinning. How we talk about Icky? I think Gordecki's head spinning a little bit at that guard position right now. But Stinney, I was a little bit like, you were very inconsistent for somebody that played very consistent down the stretch 2 years ago. So, you know. But I thought Ainsley played pretty good. I went back and watched it, Mike, and I think Ainsley, he's not blowing nobody up, and he doesn't have that dog like damn Jensen. So it probably wasn't like Jensen looking, but he was pretty, you know, snaps were good, and, you know, he stood up, I think, pretty well. What you think?
All right. We also talked about who was playing when he was playing. So we got to remember that too. So I want to see him when it gets to some of those upper tier talented guys.
It was a good start though.
I agree. I'm not trying to come in here because I want to say this. Let me put that first in. I thought he had a good, very good show. It was much better than what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
So I will definitely checkbox. Is it going to be a major concern? He might have an issue or two as expected. But is it going to be a major concern like everybody else was kind of trying to make it out to be? I don't think so. I don't think. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with him. But
guards, man.
You know I'm going there because that was the number 1 person on my list to talk about. Was Stinney and Dorsecki, because I've been saying, look now, I don't know about the interior part of this offensive line. I trust those 2 tackles. Mm-hmm. Christian Walsh is one of the best in the game after 2 years. Donovan Smith, to me, is a guy that's solid. You ain't gonna have to really worry too much about him. He might have a play in there too, but I thought he got even better with that over the last couple of years with Tom Brady.
100% agree.
So you don't have to worry about those two. But them trenches though, I gotta see more. I gotta see more from both of those players.
I think Nick Leverett was pretty good. Yeah. I don't know if you know him. I thought he was pretty good playing from center and guard when he came a little later.
Right.
So he might be somebody that you might have to look at the kind of earlier.
Because Shaq Mason's holding that right down.
Right.
So we're going to see what's going to happen with him out there. I want to see a game. I need to see a game with him out there. I thought it was him, but it was Stinny.
Yeah. Stinny was rough, bro.
Yeah, that's why I was like, nah, he's out there. Isn't he 64?
He just got paid. Like, he just got paid, dog.
The reason he was number one is Stinny's been in the doghouse. He's been in the doghouse since then. Yeah, exactly. Not just because of the Jensen situation, but that was part of it. We just paid you because we wanted to plug you how you played the last year with us. And now you coming in, you're getting toe up left and right, and getting the center hurt, and then you come out here and play against non-ones, and you look like this. And come on, man, how can you protect the GOAT? How can we have you to protect the GOAT? So it's just one preseason game, so I don't want to overreact. I just know what I've been hearing in camp and seeing, and then this happened. I can't just ignore it. Yeah. So I got to continue to watch that.
Yeah, you can't have a liability on that. Like, it's okay if you're not as good, but right now, like you said, Mike, for a long time, that left guard position, as of right now, looks like a liability for us.
Absolutely, because I think the Ali Marpet really struck you for
like Shaq would be on that side opposed to Ali's side right now. So that, no, Ali is Ali's side. Yes, you're right. Right left guard. Yep. God damn.
So that's why I was the way I was, because I felt like you got Shaq Mason. Okay, well, shoot, that might even be an upgrade for what you had from Cap.
Right.
If anything, it should stay consistent. So at least you had Jensen back. So I was like, okay, all you got to do is just plug one guy in. Now you got Hainsley, who has to play the center position. And now you got this over here at the left guard that somebody going to have to figure out. And I don't know for sure if it's going to be Stinny. And if it is going to be Stinny, you better act like it. And go out there and perform.
I got to scheme that up, boy. That was nice. First preseason game, right?
Yeah.
Hands off. I know, Mike, because you've been harping this shit. So
I know.
I'm on the first preseason game hype right now with that.
It's what I've been seeing and what I thought, so it's gonna be interesting. But I want to get into the quarterback play. I know you talked about it, so I'm gonna talk about him too. I thought Kyle Trask was solid, man. I thought he played really good football.
Yeah, I think he played a little better than I said initially, but I still think his progression is.
I think as a year two guy that came out of that draft with a lot of those other quarterbacks around the time that I know he went second, there was some third guys. I'm just looking at the quarterbacks in that draft. I don't think he's too far off from what I've seen from those other guys. So I think more time, more reps. I mean, he turned the ball over, but yet he put together very good drives and put you all to score touchdowns and made some really big-time throws. I just think when he was more protected, he played better, but that's like anybody normally at that quarterback position.
I need this, though, Mike.
Yeah, but I thought
he's not a mobile quarterback, or he can't move out that pocket. So I need him to be more heady than even, what's his name with the Patriots? Because he can move a little bit. Kyle Trask is a statue back there.
Matt Jones.
Matt Jones. Like, he's very statue-esque quarterback, which is very throwback.
Yeah.
He didn't move at all, Mike. He stayed on his spot, basically like Tom Brady.
Yeah. I think that's what he's seen for a whole year, and that's what he's trying to emulate.
Because Blaine Gabbert, at least he'll move. He'll pocket presence. I'm scared of his pocket presence. That's the part and it caused turnovers for us.
Well, how else is he gonna get reps to help?
Yeah. Well, you got to shine, right? He got to do what he kind of did today, or what we saw last week.
And that's what I'm saying. This is the time. So he got that opportunity. He did it, and I thought he played pretty good. I'm gonna be real. I watched the tape. I watched him play. I thought he wasn't. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be the replacement. No, he wasn't.
He got an impressive arm. His arm is very impressive.
Yeah, but I thought he played well. So, he was one of the highlights for me on your offense. Put it outside of these damn receivers. The running back game, Giovanni Bernard ran the ball really good. Shoot, really, really good. All right, let's talk about this white kid you keep talking about.
I like him.
You do. And a lot of people in Buck Nation like him too. I think when you are deficient at a certain position for many, many years, some things can seem like it's just wow. And I'm guilty of it with this quarterback thing when it comes to Baker Mayfield right now.
I think some of the wide receiver too a little bit. Not your top, but some of the back maybe because y'all ain't used to having a lot of back receivers.
That's fair. That's fair. I still got to see more with Terrence, but anyway, we'll talk about that. See? But anyway, back to what I was going with. I think the running back position has been so that he is just appearing like, wow, look at what we got. We got this flashy toy. He goes, and I'm not saying he didn't perform well. I thought he had some moments, but he was better than, how can I put this? I can see him being number 2 on this football team. I can see him by mid-season, or maybe even sooner, being number 2. He will not be the number 1 guy. He ain't ready yet.
No, I agree there. You're right.
But
are you taking him or Rojo?
I'm taking him.
All right. So we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, you are. So I'm taking him. And the more ways you can find ways to put him on the football field, I don't know if punt return is going to be his thing. Kickoff return is going to be his thing. But you got to try to put the ball in his hands and get him some type of action. This is a great time to do that. But I think as a number 2, 3, even if it's 3, yeah. Keyshawn Vaughn, he might be gone. It's early.
He didn't look bad, but he also didn't look good. It's like one of those situations, right? I mean, that's how I looked at him. Like, he didn't look bad.
I know yards don't really matter. He averaged 1.9 yards a carry.
Oh, yeah. I ain't look at the numbers. Once again, I looked at him. He looked like Keyshawn Vaughn. Like, he didn't look at that. He didn't look at the end of the season Keyshawn Vaughn. He looks like Keyshawn Vaughn.
Yes. Who we know.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Like, you didn't look bad, but you didn't look good either. Like, it was just,
yeah. Yeah, 1 point. I mean, he had 10 carries for 19 yards. His longest was 5. All right, so let's think about everybody else. Everybody else had at least 2.5 or higher. Giovanni Bernard had 19 yards off 7 carries. His longest was 8. Pinion Bonner, who I believe is more special teams guy anyway.
Good.
I told you he's a special teams.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. I was a little shocked on that, but he got hurt. So
yeah. So and Rashad White, he averaged 4.6 yards a carry. His longest was 12. It ain't even up for debate, dog. Vaughn is out of here. There's no way with all these receivers that y'all gonna have to keep, that y'all gonna keep 5 running backs, even with
I didn't think of that, Mike.
No, I did.
Think of that makes a lot of sense. Get down to your 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, get 3.
Keep these receivers because you got talent at this wide receiver position.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. You're gonna have Leonard Fournette, Giovanni Bernard, and Rashad White, and go and run with them. Yeah. Those are three good running backs. That's a hell of a tandem right there.
And I know we're breaking down Tampa a little different because we're getting to see this depth, like clear as day with them, I think. And there's not a lot of questions in front because they ain't playing.
Right.
They're playing for a reason. They already know what the hell they're gonna be. If they don't, they do have a little issues when they get in there at first. But we already know they ain't played them all.
Right.
So we're seeing the depth, and it's being very clear. Unless somebody like Vaughn or some of the players that when I was talking about Cyril Grayson, apparently didn't even play. He in trouble, I think. Just certain players are just gonna get cut.
Yeah.
It's so deep with this team. Offensive lines, I was talking about that too. I mean, we're seeing the depth, and some of it we're seeing a starter because either Aaron Stidy or Grodecki gonna be a starter.
Bruh, y'all gotta improve that.
That's like the biggest. That's clearly the biggest issue on this team.
And I mean, before I go to my final thing, I am going to mention this: that offensive line, you got to get depth there. You're gonna have to get depth there. But next, what about your punter?
Interesting. Rookie, he wasn't what advertised with Georgia, right? I mean, I didn't watch a lot of him or I paid attention to him when I did watch Georgia. I mean, this guy was supposed to be really, really, I mean, just out of the park good. I don't know if he was antsy or excited for his first game. But yeah, it was nothing. I thought he was going to be a boomer.
Yeah.
He wasn't booming nothing. He's cheap, obviously.
Yeah.
And our kicker last year, I think who was it last year?
Oh, he was Atlanta because he booming the heck out of that thing.
And he struggled a little bit last year for us. So I don't know if his leg got tired, but I know towards the end he wasn't booming nothing. I think that's why they went the direction they did. But this kid got to get better. Because as of what I saw, it wasn't like, I don't know why we spent a fourth or fifth. I can't remember what the hell we picked him. I think it was a fourth.
Hey, I guess you had to go get somebody that you had to cut costs somewhere. You can't keep paying all these damn receivers and everybody else.
And I feel so bad for Borgalis, our place kicker, the one that missed that at the end.
Right, I know.
He's had a great camp. I don't even think he missed a kick until that kick. But he got iced, and that was a real situation.
Right.
We talk about Matt Gay, and that's why he's not here no more. And that's I have to stay consistent. That's scary right there, what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So suck up right now. He got 2 points right now.
All right, it's funny. Thank you, DJ, because you took my next point. Read there. Okay. Last thing I'm going to say, because I agree with you 100% on that, my next thing, is I'm going to create, I can call it clickbait, buzz, fake news, whatever it is. I'm going to create something right now. Tom has seen this shit. Tom has seen this interior offensive line. Is he scared? I ain't gonna say scared. Is this what he signed up for? Could this be why he's really taking this break? That he'll be back after the game? That's my final point on this.
I think Tom would rather be here to get it fixed than not be here and not get it fixed. Tom, from everything that I've seen from him, I would think that he would want to be here and be like, I'm gonna fucking better get this shit together. I don't think he's gonna go away and step away and then come back knowing the line ain't where it's supposed to be or understand where he drops and all other stuff. So I think why he left was probably mental health. I mean, probably family thing. I think that might be a reason why he was able to come back. Work-life balance before the season starts. I guarantee that's probably what Giselle was like. You got to at least come to something. You've done this long enough, motherfucker. That's my opinion.
I just still think they should have got ahead of it if that's what they were going to do.
We're going to see. But we spent a lot of time in the Bucks.
Yeah, we did. But it's okay.
Let's move on. Because this other team, I saw some things from the Saints that I definitely want to talk about. So,
right.
Saints play Houston, probably one of the worst teams in the NFL. I got to throw out there first. I don't mean to shoot down nothing, but
they are.
They ain't look that bad though, from a defensive standpoint.
And I don't think they will. Lovey
gonna get it together. Yeah, you're right. They ain't look bad on defense.
Yeah, they not gonna look bad on defense. Now Lovey can. That's one thing he can damn coach. Now their offense might be do.
Well, we set that up to say this. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, man. The Saints, man, there was some guys that I saw that we've been going defense, start off everything, so let's continue on with that. I thought Paulson Adebo played I was impressed by him. I thought he broke on some balls. He seemed confident. I don't know, it's just something about him. I thought he played a really good game at that cornerback position, man. He held his own there. The linebacker, Chase Hudson, something like that. Man, number 40.
He might need some playing time, or needs to be brought up that depth chart.
He been with he's been with team since he's been on playing in the NFL, so he knows. Man, they know him. But this young man was playing some football, man. He was all over the field. He was making plays. He was I was impressed with him. He got the game ball for me. I really liked him a lot. I thought TK, I can't pronounce his last name. He flashed out there. I thought the other linebacker, even though he didn't have big stats, I think his name was Harris. Could be wrong. Um, yeah, he does remind me of Keith. Keith like that. I like Keith, man. We'll talk on Keith. I'm glad he's back. Yeah, they play. I thought that I saw some things from the defense. I was like, okay, they're playing their kind of style of football. It wasn't like their number ones, but
they were definitely superior over the Texans. I'll say that. I mean,
yes,
they definitely were. Like I'll piggyback off of the secondary, kind of how I talked about y'all secondary. They were very blankety, but they were very pressure style. Like you can see they were up in the Texans' face. Like they weren't leaving that face either. Like it made it very difficult for the quarterbacks that were out there to throw it into something. I didn't think the defensive line was overly impressive, but they broke through. Like I'm saying, you could tell they were just better than the Texans. Like, and they did a little blitzing. That's where you saw, like you said, Boy Hansen come through. Yeah, he definitely showed. I think Carl Graterson played pretty good. But yeah, it wasn't. But you could tell they're gonna play a very pressure style defense as well because they definitely were in your mouth. Like I ain't see much from that Wilson kid though. We were talking up before. I ain't see much. It was Eric Wilson, I think. But Hansen definitely flashed. I ain't see much from Peyton Turner. I don't even know if he played.
Yeah. He played.
I ain't see nothing. I was somebody I was high on that the Saints got, and I ain't see nothing. But yeah, I think they, like I said, they were very sound, and you could tell Dennis Allen's fan print is on some of the backups that we did get to see on defense.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have, I think, on the defense.
Yeah, because I'm ready to talk about the offense.
I know you are. Hold on, I want to make sure.
I want to make sure we hit it too. But God,
yeah, because I know I was looking at Taco Charlton, the former first round pick. He just ain't it. Oh, baby. He just can't be. He's not it. One thing I will say, this ain't Eric Wilson. You're right. Eric Wilson, he didn't make plays. He just happened to be just there. And I don't know. He just looked like he's gonna be a decent depth piece from what I saw. They didn't get to the quarterback. That's the crazy part. They got one quarterback hit or something like that.
That's why I mentioned what I mentioned. They had a little pressures, but it wasn't what you would expect from the Saints, right? You would think they would have got more hits on the quarterback. They ain't hit him a lot, but they definitely gave pressure. Didn't hit the quarterback a lot.
Right. So that was about it, man. I don't know if this defense. I know. Hey, I'm taking it for what it is, dog. It wasn't starters out there, so I don't want to continue to make judgment yet. But if this is the second unit,
that depth needs to be addressed.
Absolutely. Because I've been telling people, and I'm going to continue to say it, it's going to be extremely important in the 17-game season. And especially if you plan to play 20 or whatever it might be, 19 to get to 20, because everybody wants to go to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be needed. All right, let's go on. You can head on to the offense, man, because I'm excited about that too.
All right, first of all,
he said, "Get used to not seeing Peyton Turner." Hey, it seemed like it. We're gonna see. Is he gonna be the Davenport of them? He may come on in year 4 or something when he get paid. Jeez.
I don't know, but there's definitely a slow progression with that. I don't know if he's hurt. Maybe I ain't gonna say that. No, he just didn't do shit. Sorry, he was out there. He didn't do. Anyway, Saints got themselves a backup quarterback, Mike.
Oh, absolutely.
They got themselves. I'm gonna go something positive. We kind of. I don't think we. I didn't kill anything. I don't think they were bad, but playing Houston, they definitely got to look at some backup pieces and they can figure it out from there. But it was nothing that was like overly crazy. I think, like you said, the cornerbacks. I think they played pretty good for the pressure style they played.
Right.
I ain't see much of the safeties. I don't really see anybody really flash for me, but them cornerbacks, they came out to play. Like you said, Paulson Debo. I think they got a Taylor Kidd or something like that on their team as well. He flashed. I saw. I think was CJ Robbie. Bradley Roby was out there. He looked pretty good. So I mean, he is who he is. So
Taylor's
anyway.
a young buck too. But he gonna be all right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but Andy Dalton. They got a backup now. I mean, if something happens to Jameis, they're gonna be okay. He looked very comfortable in this system. Whatever the hell this system is for him, and he just came in here. He looked like that in Dallas. He didn't look that comfortable in Dallas.
No, he did not.
He looks very comfortable with this offense.
That Joker looked flawless.
Yeah, man. I ain't trying to start no quarterback competition.
I am.
I bet you are, but I mean, yeah, he looked
man
for the 5 reps that he had, or whatever it was, or 5 throws. I mean, the command, his decision making. I mean, that's the heavy shit I was talking about with college. Anyway, I don't get back to that. But it's just the speed. It's just this, make a decision, step up in the pocket, let the pocket come around. Like, it's just, he had it all.
Yeah,
I'll leave that at that. Who else was out there? All right, let me get Preston because I don't want to go into the flapping yet. Again, Tony Jones Jr.
Yeah, that's the preseason.
He looks explosive. You know what I'm saying? He looks good. I mean, he hits holes with authority. And talk about running backs. You see that Pierce kid on Houston? I know I'm going back to Houston, but Pierce? Damian Pierce, maybe at Florida or something? But he was definitely the best running back in that game. But Tony Jones did really good. And wide receivers, for everything they tried to talk about was his depth. Callaway, he had a little Triquan might get cut. Smith, I know he just brought him back, but he don't look that good. I think they already cut Winston. Wide receivers didn't look that good to me, Mike. That was out there. Olave got 1 touch. I would expect him to get more of that. He's going to be a starter going forward. Maybe they're holding back. Maybe I'm just.
Well, I don't think they were holding back. I just think their line was just anyway. We'll get to it.
We're holding over. I was trying off for that.
Hold on. We'll hold it. Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with their wide receivers either, dog. It was kind of like I don't want to. They didn't have Michael Thomas out there. They didn't have Jarvis Landry, but everybody else though, dog.
Exactly. So this is excitement with this wide receiver core. I would pump the brakes.
Yeah, everybody else was played. The Traquan Smith, the Chris Olave, the Marquise Callaway.
He was the best one.
Who, Marquise?
Yeah. He didn't really do nothing.
He is the best one. I mean, he's been the best one. Unfortunately, he's not a 1. So when they had to have him as the 1 last year, that was tough. Man. But he's better than all them other ones. And Chris Olave, I don't know yet. I mean, it's still easy. But he played enough that where he should have had more than 1 catch for 4 yards.
Right. Everybody talking about route running. I'm waiting for him to separate, do some stuff, because Andy Dalton was hitting people.
Yes, he was.
So, Ian Book, I thought didn't play bad. I know you said Ian Book's not that good, but I don't think it was great. We're not talking about like Andy Dalton looked really good, but Ian Book was okay.
He was.
We're talking about Kyle Travis. We talk about. I think Ian Book looked okay, pretty good too.
No, he didn't look like
Kyle Travis. But I'm just saying,
don't do
Ian Book, for him to be a 5th round or whatever the hell he was, I thought he played pretty good.
Yeah, and he just kept. I mean, it was unfortunate. He kept getting rocked and rocked and rocked. He got sacked like 5-6 times. What did it say here? 5 times.
We're trying to hold off on the line.
My bad.
But Dwayne Washington, you moved back. He ain't look good. He had 2 fumbles or a fumble.
You talking about Dwayne Washington?
Yeah, the other running back they got.
That's what I'm saying. So what do they have, DJ? What do they have at that running back position?
Alvin Kamara's not getting suspended from everything we're seeing. So I guess there's a little news there. Marking room is, I'm going to say a shell of itself, but, I don't think he's really what he used to be. Tony Jones, we need to see it translate over to the season.
It's going to have to because I ain't seen it yet. So
somebody needs to run the rock outside of Alvin Kamara. That's how this Saints offense moves.
Yep. And maybe they try Abram Smith and Tony Jones and see which one steps up. I don't know. But Tony Jones will have to show me more than what he always does in preseason. This ain't nothing new. So I'm not trying to act like I'm dissing the Saints. It's just I don't think that they're as dominant as they. And I know they didn't have all their starters up. We got to let them have most majority.
I'm just talking about their depth. You more down on them than I am, but their depth, like you always like to talk about,
that's the
reason. Shaky.
That's the reason why.
It's shaky to me.
That's the reason why. I don't believe in the depth pieces that they have.
They got 2 good quarterbacks.
No, that's for darn sure.
Yeah, they got 2 good quarterbacks. So that's a good start when you're talking about even the shakiness. Let's get to it, Mike, because we keep on dancing around it. The elephant in the room, that goddamn offensive line.
It ain't no damn elephant. We knew this coming in. You just didn't want to believe it.
But they got Andres Peace, who's a good player, Eric McCoy, but them players behind it, I thought James Hurst in the run, he didn't look good at all, but he was a better pass pro. So I think he did decent in that, but he's nowhere close to Armstead. Like, I'm gonna get to the person behind him as well, but Hurst, I thought, because I was definitely honing on his offensive line. The interior, you talked about my interior.
Yeah, theirs is worse.
Both sides, they were just giving. For Houston, I don't know if Lucky might got this defense together a little bit. That's what I was seeing. I was like, yo,
man, look,
they leaking through. And you were talking about Ian Book. That's what I said. Ian Book didn't look that bad to me, but this one was on the move.
Man, look. He was on the move because that's what he could. He can move, and he had to run.
He moved a little better than I thought he could. I didn't know he could move that good.
Oh, he had to run. He had no choice. He had no choice. He had to daggone run. Man, this is why I've been saying, man, that Armstead, because their interior was okay, but it still hasn't been, even with Armstead there. So now that he's gone, anyway.
Now to the star of the show.
Yes.
Mr. Trevor Penman.
Trevor freaking Penman.
The hype. They got 2 first-round picks, and neither one of them showed up.
Nope.
And I went back and watched Trevor Penman again. It looked worse than it did the first time. I still think he did pretty good on zone reaching blocks. I know they were trying to give him passes with his pass blocking. Oh my, he got ate the fuck up. He was by far one of the worst offensive linemen I watched this entire preseason, all the 4 games. And it stuck out like a sore thumb. It was bad, Mike.
And I don't know how. See, that's why I'm fool with PFF, man, because they be grading that trash. They gave this dude a 90, like the highest rated grade.
And I had to find out why, right? So I searched Trevor Penman on YouTube after I watched this. And this one guy who did breakdowns gave him so many passes talking about the running back should have chipped. He was trying to set outside and the guy played. Who's getting passes like this, Mike?
He a nasty man. Look. Do I need to call it out?
His pass pro was terrible. Like I said, run.
Come on, man.
And that's what they're gonna want to do, right? They got these great receivers. He was giving him the butt early too. Earlier than I watched almost anybody else. Like I said, James Hurst was like he wasn't bad because I watched Trevor Penman, so he looked okay to me. Like he looked decent.
He can't do a darn thing with speed, dog.
Oh, but even with the counter,
yeah, I know that's what I'm saying.
On the counter,
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just athleticism, like speed.
Yeah, he's not athletic at all.
No, man.
I see why people say he might be a better guard.
He is a better guard
because he is. There's no athleticism to him on that edge, and you have him as a left tackle. You're gonna get somebody killed.
Yes.
Right now, it's one game. Okay, I gotta give that to everybody else. It's one game, but it's been practice too because people been killing him during practice too because there's been a lot of tape out there of him looking bad during practice as well. Just starting fights, maybe because he sucks.
I know that's what I said. I'm calling it out because that's what I said from the beginning. I ain't gonna say he sucks, but I'm just sitting. I'm gonna sit there and say. I'm gonna sit there and say he got to overcompensate for his lack of talent and athleticism by being that nasty, cheap shot playing player. That's what it is, and it riles certain people up, especially those red states. And I'm gonna continue to say what I gotta say. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But he's gonna get a pass, especially from some of those in them red states. This is just look what he.
He definitely pushes people past. Like I said, and I think he does that because, like I said, he was okay in the run, especially as the game got later. He definitely.
I thought he did good in the run.
He has a good first step forward, not backwards, but forward. He definitely has that. He's one of the better zone fit linemen, in my opinion, because he gets to the spot. He glides into it. He's able to guard to let that gap go. Does he get a lot of push? No, I think he needs to get stronger. But I mean, for what they try to hype this man to be up in, like you said, PFF grade of a 90. Please, somebody with PFF or any film breakdown person, please come see me and show me where that 90 was. And don't give me excuses about people should have did this, that. You still have to be I'm a former. You still. This is preseason, right? You need to show me you can hold up on your own, especially the left tackle, Mike. Left tackle.
Yeah.
And you're not holding up. The Saints got some issues from a depth standpoint, at least from right now at offensive line. That's definitely their weakness right now. That needs to grow, and they're the worst in the South right now from what I saw from the offensive line. They went from the best. That offensive line is scary. I don't know. Eric McCoy's a good player. Ryan Ramchek's one of the best right tackles. But what else? Andre's Peace is pretty good too.
Man, he's okay.
But yeah, he's okay. But damn, I mean, when you're talking about, like I said, Hurst is and Cesar Ruiz, I got to see more because I still to this day haven't really seen much from him either. But the backups, oh man, I don't know who's going to even replace if they are not that good.
Man, that's what I'm saying, bro. And I mean, they average 3.9 yards per play, not per rush, per play.
Slam Boy's gonna fit right in with that.
There you go. So they're gonna have to do that. But anyway, I don't want to keep bashing them, man. Anything?
Yeah, I ain't trying to bash them. But at the same time, they're depth.
Like it is, bro.
Yeah, they're depth. I mean, it's not like I said. We're gonna see some starters, which I guess we're gonna carry this over into the preseason week 2, because we're probably gonna start seeing some players.
Yeah.
And obviously, towards the end, we're gonna see. You know, if you ain't got no depth, like you said, hopefully nobody gets hurt with this team. But like I said, we'll see. I ain't trying to jump no hoops. I ain't do that with nobody else. But Trevor Penman ain't it for me. Anybody said
that daggone DJ boy, he just.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's how I look at it, bro.
All right. Well, let's get it, man. We're gonna let's just talk a little bit about schedule, man. I'm gonna blow it up. It could be a little bigger. And as a matter of fact, we could just call it out, man. We ain't got to show nothing. But as you see, Carolina's going to play first game Friday at 7 p.m. on NFL Network. It's going to be one of those games where it's going to be backups on both teams. From what I'm hearing, 39 of the Patriots players will not be playing. So that lets me know that they are going to play a lot of backups. And I believe that's going to be the case for us too. We're going to see. I do think that we're going to play Baker. We're going to play Sam, at least a series or two, maybe. But I see a lot of work from Matt Corral, much more than we saw last week.
Well, he ain't look that good either. We ain't talking about that. We don't need to. He's a rookie, but
No, he didn't. He didn't look good at all. They could say pass protection is and that, but he had some plays that he had to make that he just didn't throw the ball accurately.
Right.
So, no excuse for the young man. So, I don't.
Desmond Ritter look as good as he did, and then Matt Corral come out and look the way he did.
You said who?
Desmond Ritter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because them Ritters, he looks poised and ready in that pocket. And then Matt Corral, for all the hype.
Yeah. Yeah. And we gotta give Desmond Ritter some credit. And he also played earlier, so he was able to establish a rhythm. Even though he went 10 for 22, he looked like command. Matt Corral didn't look like he had a command. Even though he brought the team back to get a win, it was the ugliest comeback possible I've ever seen. So we play. Excited to watch some of these young guys again because that's all we're going to see. So I can see my young secondary, some of these young pass rushers, some of the young playmakers at wide receiver, running backs, and offensive line, and kind of go from there. Anything you want to say on that, man, before we go on to New Orleans?
I want to see this offensive line. I want to see how y'all gonna got combinations because you talked about, they're going to try to switch it up and see what combination looks better. I mean, that's going to be something, I guess, through the preseason, kind of like we talked about the Bucks, that y'all going to be probably experimenting with as well to get the best players out there. Because like you say, you're very high on Brady Christensen, Icky rookie. Once again, he needs. Not everybody's Christian Wharf. So let's also back that up. I mean, I'm not saying no shots at Icky because I think Icky's going to be a hell of a player still. You just gotta, maybe he's one of those players that you got to give a little time. I know he's been hailed as a very smart kid, so maybe something right now is just not clicking for him. But
I thought he got it going. But I want to see him, like you said, against that first unit, those type of guys.
Pass rush. I want to see somebody at least give me a little flash on that line. I understand the back end looked good, and it did, but without the pass rush, I don't want to be out here like Atlanta, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So I know some players are coming. We already talked about them, but that's something I'm going to be honing in on and watching. And more wide receivers. I mean, I want to see more out to wide receivers as well, which I think obviously your quarterback competition, which I really don't think is competition, but it still is being heralded as one. Baker and Sam. Is Sam going to actually try to? Hey, he throw picks, but he needs to let that thing go.
Right.
Because that's what Mayfield's going to do. So.
Oh, I can't leave this without talking about these fights, though, dog. I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to look dead in the camera and have this conversation. The Carolina Panthers are tired of being called the kitty cats. They are tired of being called what Kevin Gates calls pussy. They tired of that. They're going to step in wherever else and you're going to get a fight. And they got an opportunity to really fight because that's what's been going on. I mean, I love the nastiness. And it ain't over the top in my opinion. I mean, Kenny Robinson was out of line. That's why he's been thrown out of the last 2 practices. So he's probably going to be cut. However, the other stuff, man, you got Christian McCaffrey and you just want to try to show and make a team and make a crazy late, slamming my running back down for no reason when we supposed to be thudding. That's a problem. And I love the fact that my whole team, offensive linemen, all of them, dragged that joker all the way into the fans to beat his butt. Some woman got hurt. I hope she all right. But with that being said, I loved it. I loved how we come together as one. And we out here cocky. This is some cocky thugs, pretty much is what they wanted to call us. What you really wanted to call us was some cocky niggas. That's what you really wanted to call us on the Patriots. And I'm going to call it out, Boston. That's what you wanted to call us. But I love it. I love the dog mentality because we need that. If we're going to be a physical team on defense, on special teams, and in the run game, that's why we got Icky, because that's what we want. We have to have that. And I like that we ain't backing down from nothing. Hey, shit, somehow we didn't start it. You want to act crazy. But I love that. So that's something I just had to bring up, man, with the fights, man. I thought it was good. He said, I like Robinson, too. We need that. Yeah, I agree, man. I thought I like Robinson. I liked him when he came out of the XFL. Or whatever it was. Yeah, AFX or whatever, whichever one it was. Anyway, that's all I got on this game, man. I just hope we ain't fighting in the game.
Hey, man, like you said, it's been already snappy, and now they're going to be in the game, so, hey, I won't be surprised.
Yeah, that's why the starter's not going to play. All right, and then hour later, we have the New Orleans Saints against the Green Bay Packers.
They definitely you're kicking
Saints down.
I think, hey, you know what? As a Carolina Panthers fan and a Bucks fan, I appreciate what you're doing. Because you coming for their necks. That's basically what it is. I feel it.
Absolutely. That's exactly how I feel, man. They've been sitting on this high-ass horse for the longest, man. They act like they can't be touched, like they can't ever come back down because where they've been at. It's gonna happen. You lost your Hall of Fame quarterback. Guess what happened?
I've been paying attention to that. I've been now seeing, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing. I get it. Especially, I put up in second and all that. All right.
Yeah, I'm coming for them. We coming for them. Now, we coming for Tampa too. We just ain't there yet. I'm man enough to admit that. But y'all ain't keep on playing around with us. Keep on. Y'all had plenty of opportunity to make it further than what y'all did. You think y'all gonna have a whole damn decade to do that? Y'all ain't Bill Belichick and the Patriots. What's wrong with you? Boy? Anyway, let's get to this game. They're gonna make me say all kind of stuff. I can't. Woo.
We're gonna get off camera and talk about some shit now.
We
We're breaking shit down right now.
right.
Videos come.
So Green Bay game. Green Bay had a pretty good defense, but they're doing their training camp thing together too. So I don't expect them to see any. I know Aaron Rodgers isn't gonna play at all, so they're gonna get Jordan Love. So we'll probably get a lot of what we got last week in this game too. So we're going to see Paulson Debo. We're going to see Peyton Turner. We're going to see some of those guys a little bit early, and then we'll see these backup guys again. I'm interested to see how this offensive line is going to play with Green Bay's defensive line. Let's see can they hold up a little better. Maybe Lovie Smith was just out there out scheming the crap out of them and getting pressure or whatever. I don't know, but we're going to get another test at that. Let's see if these receivers are going to be able to step up and be great high depth receivers that they quote unquote have outside of just a big two. And we don't even know if it's a big two. Anyway, so we're gonna see what these receivers gonna do, and let's see if Ian Buck gonna hold up. That's all I got about them, man. I just gotta see. I don't like. We gotta see. It's one game.
So I also got to throw out there. I did see this. I think it was like a couple days or a day ago. This is something for the Bucks. We're not talking about the Bucks, but Aaron Rodgers is frustrated with receivers. They're dropping a lot of passes, and he's not happy right now with the receiving core of Green Bay. He's putting the shit there, and they're not catching it. So, as a Bucks fan, that kind of made me a little smile. But I want to watch. First of all, I want to see what they put out there. Right? I don't really know what, or even if we do see some of the backups, I want to see a better showing from, I would say, the defensive line. Hansen, I want to see him to continue to grow off of what we already saw. And that's really all I got, because I think this defense is going to be solid. I think as long as they're still healthy, they're going to be a very solid defense. But them backups, I need some more flash from some of them players. Like I said, Paulson Debo, these receivers, and that might be the reason why the receivers are struggling. They might be playing, these quarterbacks might be playing all right. But, yeah. I mean, that's really all I got on defense, because I think, there's not much right now for me to be like, okay, you're doing something here. I need to see more at these depth pieces for them to continue to stride the direction I think they do. Offense, I mean, we got the offensive line, right? I mean, Trevor Penman needs to come out and play a little better. I mean, I'm not going to kill him. You got to show me this 90 PFF rating that they're giving you.
Facts.
And just be more solid. I think they put their quarterbacks on the run a lot more than, I mean, it wasn't planned runs. They had to run. I think that was the worst probably in the South from a standpoint of, sturdiness. These wide receivers, once again, they already cut one. I know Winston got cut, Winston got cut. Where are these other talented players? Where's Chris Olave? I want Chris Olave sighting. I wonder if James is going to play. I don't know. I know he's still battling that ankle or whatever the hell he got.
I doubt it. He hasn't participated in any other team drills, so we'll see. We'll see.
But him, James Hurst and TV, whatever, that offensive line. But wide receivers, Tony Jones, he's going to continue to make a step. He's going to be that camp person that he continues to be. We'll see.
We got the TJ Jones on here because I'm ready to holler at him about this.
Yeah, I want to see where his confidence. Because like I said, from what I saw, I want to talk to him what I saw. And like I said, I'll probably maybe after this game, we might need to see if we can do it, because that first game, like I said, from a depth standpoint, for how good their stars are, it's a major drop off.
It sure is.
it's a major drop off, and the offensive line starters are like, I don't know yet. With the offensive line standpoint, but I think that's really all I'm really paying attention to. The offensive line. I want to see Chris Olave sighting. A little more pressure with that defense. I want to see some Peyton Turner sighting. And Henson, is he for real?
Right. Okay.
Paulson Debo, I mean, I think he's going to stay steady, but I'm going to continue watching the cornerbacks. I think the cornerbacks are pretty decent. So, I know how you feel, but I'm just saying I think they're pretty decent.
Who?
Saints corners.
Yeah, I agree. I think they are decent. I think they're good. I just, like I said, I'm very high on my secondary right now.
We did like that. Oh, I've been missing. Man, my damn chat haven't been. My bad, y'all.
What time did we go live? We went live a little early this time, and we went at 9. I think we'll get done early and look at it. Still about to be 11. So we're going. We almost there. Yeah.
Y'all go live. 9:00. We're gonna do better. Look, 9 to 10. We got kids now in bed, so we're able to get on at 9. So 9 to 10. Might go over to 10:30. I know we're going a little over right now, but I feel like people are used to us being the late boomers. What is it, like the 12 o'clock guys? Yeah. We're trying to bring it down now. So we were kind of talking a little longer to still get y'all in here to let y'all know what we're doing. So that's just a heads up.
Right.
Of kind of what's going to go forward. Ain't going to be a game. It's still going to be return of Friday night fights. You're talking about with Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. That Winston kid just got picked up by the Browns, by the way, that they cut. The Browns, I'm telling you, man, I don't want to talk about them anyway. It's too much. All right. So hopefully Chris Olave, like I said, that's a guy I want to watch. See, can he bounce back? Can he make a play? Is he going to be anything? This is guys they traded up and got another draft pick to fill these two positions, and
that's why I pay attention to them harder than anybody else. And neither one of them. Like I said, we talked about some of the people that flashed. Everybody had wide receivers that did a little something. This guy is like the third or fourth receiver taken.
Yeah, and I'm curious, man. From what I saw, it said both Trevor Penman and James Hurst left the field with trainers over the last few snaps, and this was today's practice.
It's not funny, but goddamn.
I gotta find out and see what's going on. Hopefully they play. I don't want them not to play because damn sure need the game reps. So we'll see. That's all I got, man. I ain't got TJ Jones. I'm not TJ. The Jones kid, we gonna see him. He gonna show up again.
You're gonna try to get somebody with Atlanta. I just want to know how they feel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna check out some Atlanta stuff too, and we're
gonna try to get some Atlanta people on here. And TJ, if we can get like 10 minutes of his time, I'm cool with that. I just want to get the pulse.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's getting rough on that line, and I can see the future. So that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to have some hiccups on that line, and it's going to be even more hiccups because those hiccups behind that line ain't worth a darn. I shouldn't say worth a darn. That ain't cool. You make it to the league anyway. All right, let's move on.
They're picking up players off of, again, offensive linemen to come to camp right now. So it's obviously an issue.
Yeah.
But then they get what? That kid from the Jets off of waivers. What's his name? Derek Kelly. I mean, and he a tackle, I think. Put 2 and 2 together. I mean, they're trying to, you know what I'm saying? I understand they came off in carts and everything like that, but I mean, it's nothing good, man.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, let's see. Oh, shoot. Here we go. I knew it. Anyway, breaking news, Baker Mayfield, quote unquote, expected to be the starter week 1 against the Browns. Everybody knew that.
Breaking news. You got breaking news on the NFC South versus NFL. Let's go.
Yeah. Even though we all
knew it was, man. Yeah, we were talking that bullshit.
He's one of them that come earn it, and he did. So you gotta give it to him. All right, Tampa Bay versus Tennessee. Is this a joint practice?
Joint practice, man.
I haven't heard much about this one, DJ.
So, I guess the big thing to watch is these wide receivers. Titans are definitely better from a cornerback standpoint. And there's been some battles, which that's good. I don't want this wide receiver room just to run away with shit.
Right.
There's been a battle, and I can't wait because apparently Titans DBs are out here challenging these boys now. So I'm very excited about that because I want to know who's really going to come out because it was just too easy from what I saw last week. And that's just crazy to me. You're talking about 5, 6, 7 players that were just roasted.
Right.
I want to now see, is Gerald Stearns for real? Is Tompkins for real? Tyler Johnson. This man was damn shacking motherfucker. He was just grabbing the ball, get off me. I'm out of here. He's not even fast or nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very interested to see what this that is. And then on top of that, we talk about an offensive line that had a little struggle, right? So is there going to be some growth because they're going to continue to play backups. I already saw Julio's not playing, Chris Godwin's not playing, obviously still coming back to ACL. Mike Evans not playing. Russell Gage, he's still, I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's not going to play. Right. And I think that they might actually still keep Tristan Wirfs out and Donovan Smith out. So once again, this offensive line, can you show a little bit of continuity because you guys already played together? Let's see y'all take another step up. Obviously, at left guard position, put a magnifying glass on that shit because that's where it's going to have to really. That's the liability right now so far. People got upset about Cade Ottoman, the tight end. He got in the right. He was a good place, and he caught a couple passes. I want to watch a little more of him because I don't think we're going to see Kyle Rudolph, or we're not going to see because he didn't play the first game. I'm like, this was a new person. We even see this. So, I wanted to see more of Cade. Cam, I don't even think he's going to play. Like I said, there's so many backups that are playing. Offensive line, I'm interested. Defensively, I want to see Zion come back. I want to see, was that just a misplay? Because, they're still talking him up as he's doing pretty decent, so I want to see more. Right. KJ Britt, you already mentioned him. I'm going to throw him out there, get him out the way. Probably pay more attention to him. Logan Hall, I want to see more. Cam Gill is sad that we're going to be able to see more if he grew. Anthony Nelson, take another step, dog. You're probably going to play more reps. You're probably going to play against more starter players with the Titans. The Titans is one of the best teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's really what I'm looking for.
My biggest thing here before I go on my breakdown of who I'm kind of watching and taking a look at is you don't like this. You and I have talked football for many years, and you're a big believer in these guys going out in preseason and getting some reps. I don't think y'all gonna play. And maybe this last week, because y'all have been having joint practices, and then maybe week 3, he'll say, okay, we didn't have the joint practice, so now I let them play as a little dress rehearsal. DJ, BA wouldn't do this.
BA did, though. He threw Tom Brady out there. He threw players out.
That's early. What I'm saying. He wouldn't have y'all not playing.
Yeah, so this is a different, and like I said, Todd Bowles is now bringing a little flavor to this, right? He's changing things up. He's getting these joint practices and saying, all right, y'all now shelf it up and get ready. But the reason why I'm counting, you pointed out to me, or, everybody's pointed out, right?
Right.
We got Dallas, New Orleans, Green Bay, Kansas City.
Yeah.
You can't misstep. So you need to get some reps.
Nah, because all of them were first place teams in their division outside of the Saints, and they swept y'all last year.
Right. So, you just can't hit. Tom Brady comes back after this week, right? So maybe that last game we're going to see, you got to see him, right? Because this is going to be different. Maybe we might need to step to this on an off-camera video. This is going to be a very long video.
Okay. All right.
Then we need to talk about every team in the South and their approach to the preseason. Because as it stands right now, it seems like Tampa Bay is going into that last preseason game and having to get your dress rehearsal on that last game before that week you're getting ready for Dallas. Is that smart?
Mm-hmm.
Your first, because you definitely don't want your first reps to be against Dallas. People just get hurt. You want really your first steps to be against Dallas?
I don't know because a lot of them aren't getting reps. You got Tom Brady not getting reps right now. You got Mike Evans not getting reps right now. You got Chris Godwin and Russell Gage not getting reps.
Julio's not getting reps.
Julio's not. Yeah, right.
I mean,
And then,
Christian Waters not getting reps. Donovan Smith's not getting reps.
well, I'm not even talking about in the game. I'm talking about they're not getting reps in practice.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that part.
Like these dudes aren't getting reps even in the joint practices. So how good is it really doing if they're not getting the reps in the joint practice? That means they're not getting any of the reps. I think there's something this ain't the video for it. This ain't the video. Right. It ain't the video. I'm gonna just say what I want to watch. I'm gonna watch the offensive line because I do believe they are going. I'm gonna watch the offensive line. I'm gonna watch these receivers again. I want to see White in the backfield, see what he can do. Can he mirror what he did last week and what we think he's gonna be? Want to watch the defense, man. I got to watch this secondary a little more and some of this pass rush, the linebacker play. I want Cam Gilwin out. He was one of the main ones that flashed for me, so he's done. Keanu O'Neal's out the rest of the preseason. He had an injury today at practice. So we don't know how severe that's going to be. They're hoping he's going to return for week 1. They don't know.
Can't stay healthy, man.
That's what. So it's some stuff going on here that. We gotta kind of, keep an eye on this. Ain't the video for it, but we're gonna definitely touch on it. But
break down every team, really dive into some things.
I want to see how well they can block against a very physical defensive line.
Well coached.
Yeah, well coached. Yeah. So we're gonna see. This is gonna be fun. I get to see Malik Willis play against Tampa. I can't wait to watch this one Saturday night.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat some chicken wings, something.
Oh no, I'm breaking my fast on Saturday. So I'm eating, boy. I'm eating.
Yeah, but that's really all I got, man.
It's gonna be a fun game, like you said. This is like one more exciting preseason games, and it's on NFL Network. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game to watch. Popcorn ready for y'all. Gotta get some popcorn. I might get some popcorn.
We on NFL Network too. Let me find out we both on prime time. Hey,
all right, that's a segue right there. Let's go into the next game.
Yep, let's go. Another prime time. Look at the South End on prime time. The first Monday nighter we got in preseason. We get to see the Atlanta Falcons versus the Zach Wilson-less Jets.
Man, I want to do a video on Zach Wilson.
We're doing on him too later on.
He is who I said the fuck he is.
Yeah, man. I want to see. I definitely believe they'll both play quarterbacks, but we're going to see once again heavy Desmond Ritter. Did we see Felipe Franks at quarterback?
No, we saw him at tight end, and when he dropped the Desmond Ritter pass, that was a hell of an over-the-shoulder throw. Yep. And he acted like he was hurt after that because he fell out of bounds. You gonna show off during, and that might also go into why he showed out against Atlanta's defense. And then he came out there, he didn't look as sharp as he did, in my opinion, from what I saw Atlanta practices. So I ain't trying to make no shots, but I'm just saying. That makes sense now when I think about it. I didn't think of it that way.
Oh, I did. So he didn't play, so I should have brought it up then, but we'll bring it up now. So I'm going to watch Felipe Franks at tight end again and see what happens there. Want to definitely watch the running game. The line.
And the run game. The line of run game. Very interesting with Atlanta.
Yes, man.
I saw steps there.
That's the strength.
Yep.
And that's what I was saying in the other one.
That's why they're bringing Mariota too, because he.
There we go. They're making this as similar to Tennessee as they can do, and they feel like they can minimize the other team's offensive possessions. Then they can get a chance to hopefully win football games in a close score game. Because very good kicker.
You say his name, Al Gurr, whatever his name is, the running back, along with Allison. If they can show what they showed that first game, and continue to grow. You might be right, Mike. And we didn't even talk about Cordell Patterson yet.
No.
Weapon he can be in that offense too. See, I see why Atlanta fans might be like, to pay attention to us too.
Yeah, because they're gonna run. They're gonna physical. They're gonna try to run.
Play action. Get them off his spot. Yep.
And then just hit picks of one of these big receivers on it because they're not gonna throw the ball a ton. You probably 20, 25 attempts. They'll throw the ball if they have to. They don't want to get third and long. I guarantee you that. But they're going to play that style of football. And they're going to try to bring the physicality on defense, but it's going to take them a little longer to get that right. So I see the makeup of what they're doing, and I watched it, and I was like, that's why. That's what they're going to do. They're gonna run. That's why they went after this. Go ahead.
Your boy Casey Hayward didn't look good. I forgot to mention that he didn't look good out there.
Nah, dog.
He was getting ate up.
Is it over?
And he was running and he was chasing.
He's older, man.
I get that, but that was a play you were watching. I forgot to mention it. AJ Terrell was on his high horse a little bit too, because he got to play a little bit too.
Yeah.
So I forgot to mention it too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely check out this secondary. I want to watch those young guys. Oh, another thing, man. What's his name? Some of them guys didn't even play, man. The linebacker that they drafted. I want to know if he's gonna.
Anderson got hurt or something like that. He wasn't out there.
No, yeah, he didn't play at all. They had him out, I guess, because he, like you said, he may have got hurt in practice or something like that, and so they were like, "Nah, we're not going to play him." But I was wanting to see him.
And
Drake London injury. Oh, that's something we didn't talk about.
Oh yeah, I did see he got hurt. He caught that one drag play. Yeah. He looked good though. I mean, he got little jets behind him too. He can run. He can play right after catch. When you get that ball in his hand, that's what I liked about him a little bit. He's a
basketball player that seems soft.
Oh shit! He said the same thing about Mike Evans.
And yeah. So we'll see how he turn out. But so we ain't gonna watch him. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
That second wide receiving room. Somebody, please shine through.
Yeah, somebody gotta step up
because y'all let Desmond Ritter down, in my opinion. Somebody gotta show up.
Yeah, somebody gotta step that up.
That down the field throwing is by far the worst right now in the South, and they
agreed.
And that works for especially us Bucks because we love to run.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna eat that ass up. We might sweep the ass again. That's the way they're gonna play.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be a problem. So all right.
That's all I got.
Yeah, man. Well, it's been fun. Went on 2 hours, went to 11. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. We'll be on next week, Wednesday. Me and DJ gonna try to do some videos to get to y'all throughout this week for sure.
We might come earlier with the breakdown of the games before we even get on here, so we can just kind of go into the next week. I think that'll be smarter.
Yeah.
So definitely start tuning in around 9:15. We might talk a little life before that. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? We got breakdowns and stuff, but appreciate people for tuning in. I only got much else. We already went 2 hours. 11 o'clock is definitely the cutoff. It's kind of late still, but
yeah. So
yeah, that's why I said we might need to do the breakdowns after it happens, just to get that out.
We'll do that, man. We'll come on live next week, and so we'll chop up some videos of the breakdowns of the games, and then we'll come on live and talk about the third preseason game. So we'll do that. Sounds good. But thank y'all for tuning in, rocking with us this long. Before you leave, make sure you hit that like button, that notification bell, subscribe, all that if you haven't subscribed yet, so you can know when we go live. But once you hit the notification bell, you got to hit notify me again. So if you subscribe, you got to hit that. So Atlanta boy, make sure you do that so you can get that alert when we come on.
All right. Like I said, appreciate y'all. It's your boy DJ. Hope we're going to be champions again. Sign out.
It's your boy Mike Rich, Carolina Pastor Representative. You know what it is. Keep pounding, baby. Salute. Much love. We out.
Peace.